want to begin with a question. Do you believe in reforms? Well, most of us do. As one opts for reforms and course correction as one matures, the same is with religion. Religion is an integral part of human civilization as it decides the way of life. And every religion evolves with changing time and era. The only ones that are loaded with timeless values and are rational, which evolve with time, stay in practice. Talking about the regressive practices in a particular religion or talking about reforms is what makes the new generation cool and modern. Now you tell me, who will be considered cool or who will have more friends in a Gen Z batch? The one who keeps a shikha, wears rudraksh or has a kalava tied on his wrist, or the one who has a band on a hand and some tattoos with some blonde hair? I don't need to tell you the answer. Religion that teaches us the way of life, that teaches us the principles on which civilization survives, is somehow considered regressive, old-fashioned and orthodox. The popular belief is that religion needs reforms, and whenever a messiah is needed to reform Sanatan Dharma, someone from the Bollywood jumps in to score some woke brownie points. Hi and welcome to TFIPost. I'm your host Apurva. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. And if you're watching us on Facebook, do like, share and subscribe to the page. Let's begin with the video report. Media is a reflection of society and there is no denying the fact. But the media also drives the narrative of the society. Here, when I state media, it encompasses everything from newspaper to films. But what happens when the media starts propagating agendas? With time, it loses its credibility. The same has happened with Bollywood and its stars. Once dubbed as Mr. Perfectionist, Aamir Khan finds himself in hot soup once again. After showing his Hindu phobia in Lal Singh Chaddha, which had a dialogue, Pooja se dange bhadakte hain. Now Aamir Khan is out to reform the Hindu Dharma and its customs. Recently, an ad was released for a commercial bank, namely AU Small Finance Bank, starring Kiara Advani and Aamir Khan. The 50-second commercial bank ad features Khan as the groom and Kiara Advani as the bride. As the newlywed couple travels from their wedding in a car, they talk about none of them crying at the time of Vidai. As the ad progresses, it's revealed that there is no Vidai that has happened. Rather, Aamir Khan has moved to the bride's house to help her taking care of her ailing father. Then the ad discusses who will take the first step in the house, and Khan takes the first step in contrary to the popular practice. Then they appear in a bank and saying in Hindi, why should traditions that have continued for centuries continue to do so? That's why we question every banking tradition. While one should have no problem in questioning the banking tradition, there should be issues when one questions our traditions, our rituals and our customs. The first problem is of not crying or getting emotional at the Vidai, as if there existed no emotional attachment. As the girl who has grown up in a household with her parents, she's ought to be emotional while she leaves the place and family behind to start a new chapter of her life. Second, the tradition in which the bride enters the home first, followed by particular rituals and customs along with her swagat, has a deep religious connection. A bride is hailed as goddess Lakshmi, whose entry is deemed auspicious for the growth and well-being of the family. Third, it is a common practice of taking care of our ailing and old parents. A sanskar deemed to be of utmost importance in the Sanatan Dharma has been misrepresented in the ad. Due to the ad, Khan is now at the center of backlash and is being trolled heavily on microblogging site Twitter. While many credit Mr. Perfectionist for speaking on such rarely spoken issues, let me clear the fog. Aamir Khan is not the only crusader for reforms in the Sanatan Dharma. Rather, there have been multiple attempts to paint the Sanatan Dharma as well as its practices as regressive. The most recent was clothing brand Manyavar's Kanyadan ad featuring Alia Bhatt. In the advertisement, it was promoted that a new idea of Kanya Man should be adopted rather than Kanya Dan, advocating that one should respect brides instead of giving them away. The ad was seen portraying Kanya Dan as a regressive practice and hence came the alternative. But coming from the industry that wields exploitation of women and celebrates and sells their objectification, had the audacity to call a Hindu ritual regressive. And she, along with the brand, faced severe backlash for the same. The 21st century awakened Hindus who were well aware of the tradition and its significance criticized the ad. The users also castigated brands for only targeting Hindu festivals and rituals while leaving out oppressive customs of other religions untouched, like polygamy and halala, among others. Not only the rituals and customs, but Hindu festivals have always been at the target of the left liberal cabal. Not only the Bollywood, but the brands and ad agencies also have made it a habit of guilt-tripping the Hindu community. They portray the impression that Hindus are bigoted and intolerant towards other communities, while the others are always keen on building good relationship with the former. Be it the Tanishq ad or the Brooke Bond or Surf Excel ad, all can be termed as surrogate ads run to malign the Hindu Dharma. If you cannot recollect, let me make it easier for you. First, let's talk about the Surf Excel ad, the brand famous for its Daag Achhe Hain campaign. In the ad, a girl is seen dressed in white clothes riding on a bicycle and challenging neighborhood kids to splash her with holy colors. It is revealed in the later part of the ad that it was to protect her Muslim friend who had to go to a nearby mosque for prayers. The parting note of the girl ends with a message, Baad mein rang padega. That means we'll color you later. The next one is for Tanishq ad, the jewelry brand which is a division of the Titan company. It released an ad showing the brides-in-laws and other relatives being extremely big-hearted who almost intuitively care for her cultural emotions. It drew flag for promoting inter-religion marriages at a time when social issues like love jihad was on the rise. Another Brooke Bond ad released in 2019 was about the iconic Kumbh Mela, which holds supreme respect in the hearts of Hindus. Often the Mela is presented as a place where people get separated owing to the mass congregation. In the ad as well, a son was shown leaving his aging parents amongst the crowd to get rid of them. There existed subtle propaganda to demean the Hindu culture and horrible writing that had no connection with the product being advertised. The Bollywood and the ad agencies might have attempted to score some brownie woke points by calling for reform in the Hindu Dharma. However, they need to be made aware of the basic philosophy of reform. Religious reforms are performed when a religious community reaches the conclusion that it deviated from its true faith and not when the Bollywood finds it fit. To add on, in the recent years, wokeism has engulfed the entire advertisement industry as well as the Bollywood. They have been heavily criticized for various woke agendas like painting Hindu festivals as not being environmental friendly, presenting Hindu cultures and rituals as misogynistic, or Brahmins as villains, and presenting Hindu men as toxic. If the Bollywood needs to survive, it needs to shed its agenda.